close till I get up. Time is barely on our side. I don't wanna waste what's left. The storms we chase are leading us, and love is all we'll ever trust. Yeah, no, I don't wanna waste what's left. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, and on we'll go.
What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another show. Listen, I am back from my little few days away, and yeah, we're back in business. How you all doing? How you all doing? Listen, it's been a while actually. I've actually missed it. Do you know what I mean? For the first time, that sounds really bad, doesn't it? But for the first time since the rebrand and that, I was actually really looking forward to coming back and getting the shows underway again. But yeah, big up to all you guys. Do hit the like button and subscribe if you are new. Would really appreciate that. Let me just get a couple of things out the way before we get into the show. And it's going to be a bumper show this evening because the way I formatted it, the way I want it to go is going to be brilliant. But before I talk about that, I just want to remind you or tell you about, because I did post it yesterday, but I don't know whether a lot of you seen it. The link to my FPL team, to my league, is in the description. So yeah, do join the league. Do click on the link in the description and you can join my fantasy league. The other thing is, I am going to be back tomorrow with the Brentford v Arsenal preview. So the reason why I haven't done it today, and I was going to do it tonight, but I kind of threw all my blooming plans out the window because I was going to pre-record this Premier League show, and then I went away, and then I realized while I was away that I actually forgot to record the video, so I couldn't really upload it. So I'm having to move all my shows around. But yeah, I am going to be doing that at 1 p.m. tomorrow. 1 p.m. will be the Brentford versus Arsenal preview. So that will be happening tomorrow at 1 p.m. Then obviously at 7:30, I'll be doing the watch along, or it might just be a little bit after that because I'm going out for a meal. But I will be back in time for the game to do the watch along. So I'll be doing a watch along for the Brentford v Arsenal game. Opening game of the season. So yeah, that's going to be happening. Then on Saturday, and big up to everybody who voted in the poll. I asked you guys, what would you like me to do? Which games would you like me to cover other than the Brentford Arsenal game? Because I'm going to be doing a lot of this throughout the season. So I'm not just going to be doing Arsenal content. I am going to be doing Arsenal content, and it's going to be Arsenal content, but I'm going to be doing other Premier League content. This is part of why I wanted to rebrand, so I could do more content, open it right up so that it opens it up to more people. So I asked you guys, what game would you like me to do? And you guys voted in favor of Tottenham Man City. Now, I am doing that one. That one's nailed on because you guys voted for it. Every week, I'm going to be putting up a poll, looking at the fixtures, and I'm going to be picking a game. So how this is going to work is I'll put in a poll up. You guys keep voting which game you want me to do. And then alongside that, alongside the Arsenal game, providing I'm not going to it, because if I'm going to it, then I'm just going to be match day vlogging it. But apart from that, so you guys can pick a Premier League game that I do, and then I'm going to pick one that I do. So there's going to be a few watch-alongs. One picked by you guys, and then one which I'm going to pick. So my pick was Man United versus Leeds, and then your pick was Tottenham Man City, which is what you guys in favour voted, which I'm actually quite surprised about that, if I'm being brutally honest. I'm actually really surprised about that because obviously Tottenham. But yeah, big up to all you guys. So that's what's happening. So yeah, we'll be doing Man United Leeds watch along, and then I'll be doing Tottenham Man City on Sunday. Right, that's pretty much what's coming up. But that's pretty much what's coming up this weekend. Let me get into tonight's show. So this Premier League show tonight, how this is going to work is that we're going to talk about top four and the title. We're going to talk a little bit about how, what I think is going to happen. And then I'm going to delve into your comments, see what you guys are saying. And then I'm going to move on to the relegation. Going to talk a little bit about relegation. And then I'm going to delve into the comments. You guys can pick that. And then after that, I'm going to go into game week 1 and I'm going to reveal my scores. I'm going to talk about that. And then as we go through game by game, I'll talk about a little bit about my scores, my predictions, and then I'll get yours predictions for each game. Then we'll move on to the next game, and that's how it'll work. So big up to you guys. Apologies, it's kind of I've rambled on a little bit about the content and the channel and stuff, but I wanted to get it all out there. Don't forget, my fantasy league, join that. It's in the description. Right, let's get into the show because I realized I've been rambling on for about 5 minutes and not really got anywhere. Right, let's get into the show. So the Premier League season is back in full force. Obviously, tomorrow, Arsenal kick off against Brentford. I'm not really going to talk too much about that because it defeats the object of doing a preview tomorrow for that. Also, as well, when I do my Premier League predictions for game week 1, which is this weekend, the Arsenal-Brentford one is not in there because that's going to be in the preview tomorrow. So, if you don't see it in there, it's not that I'm ignoring it. It's just it's going to be in the preview tomorrow. But yeah, so let's get into the season. So when I was thinking about going forward with the season, when I was thinking about top 4, when I was thinking about the title, this was a really hard to predict because at the moment, obviously, the transfer window is still open, isn't it? The transfer window is we're not done yet. So it was kind of hard to really pick a title contender. It was really hard to actually kind of sit down and think, who am I going to pick? Who do I think is going to win the title? And I'm going to start with the title because obviously it's the best place to start. And then I'm going to go through 2nd, 3rd, and 4th place. So the title is really hard to pick. Obviously, Man City and Liverpool are up there. And thinking about who I was going to pick was really difficult. And I had to take into factors that the transfer window is still open. But you know what? I keep coming back to the fact that, in my opinion, Man City, out of Man City and Liverpool, Man City have done the better business. They've just spent 100 million on Jack Grealish, and they have just flirted around Tottenham for the possibility of signing Harry Kane. And I actually wouldn't be surprised if by the end of this transfer window, Harry Kane becomes a Manchester City player. Now, I really, really wouldn't be surprised. I really, really wouldn't be surprised at that because I think if Man City pay 150, 160 million to Daniel Levy, then I think Harry Kane will become a Man City player. So when I was looking at title winners, when I was sitting down and when I was really thinking about who could win the title, it was really difficult. And obviously Liverpool have got a fantastic squad. But I just feel this season, Man City are going to edge it for me. So Man City for me are going to edge it. So I'm going for a Man City title win. Yeah, big up to everybody in the chat. So yeah, Man City is going to be my pick. Let me see what you guys are saying. Put it in. Who do you think's going to win the title? So my pick is Man City, and I've given you my reasons why. Big up Brad Stevens. How can we change the title of the channel? So yeah, mate, I just decided on a bit of a rebrand. If I'm being honest, I decided to rebrand the channel just so I could do more content and be a bit more flexible with the content I'm doing. And it was a personal thing as well. But yeah, that's why I pretty much changed. Big up. Aaron Jones said you could have easily ripped Kevin Campbell apart in the debate on Monday. You had loads of evidence to back up what you were saying. But you had plenty of evidence to back up what you're saying you didn't use. Do you know the thing is as well? I was in a bit of a rush. So when I did that show, I was trying to do that show, but I was going away and I didn't really have time to think because it was a mad day and I had to squeeze in. Obviously, Kev had a busy schedule, but yeah, look, it was one of them in it. I didn't really think about it, but I watched it back and yeah, I kind of crumbled a bit. Like it's mad. Big up Jonathan Ryan. Big up Grant as well. So and Aaron Jones saying Man City to win the league. Grant saying Man City to win the league if they get the Kane. If they don't get Kane, Chelsea for the league. I'm not so sure Chelsea will win the league, to be honest. Robert's going for Liverpool. Although he thinks Man City's got the better chance. But yeah, do you know what, guys? Like, I've got to be brutally honest. And the reason why I didn't go for Chelsea, the reason why I went for Man City is because, yes, Chelsea have some great players. And obviously, they've just signed Lukaku for, I think it is 97 million pound, which is, I think it's like 120 million euros or something absolutely, utterly ridiculous. So the reason why I didn't go for Chelsea is because although they've got a great squad, I don't actually think they've got enough to win the league. I think they're going to be up there, but I just, like, if I'm being brutally honest, guys, I just don't think they've got enough to win the league. And we have to take into consideration as well that Man City have, they're going to lose a lot of players, but they've strengthened. They've signed two of the best players. Harry Kane, Jack Grealish. Jack Grealish is just outstanding. I really love Jack Grealish. And, they signed him. And then obviously if they get Kane, mate, I just can't see them. I can't see them being, with all the players they've got as well. I think Man City are just going to win it, to be honest. And I know they won it last year, but I think, I think Man City are going to win it, to be honest. Let me go on to second place now. And actually, it's funny because I see you, Grant, mentioning Chelsea. Chelsea is my pick for second, I've got to be honest. And a lot of people are going to think, why, if you pick Man City, why not pick Liverpool for second? Do you know what? I actually think Chelsea are going to finish above Liverpool. I think Liverpool are going to finish third. But I'll get into my reasons why I think Liverpool will finish third in a bit. But let me talk about Chelsea. I think Chelsea have got enough to finish second. And obviously, Thomas Tuchel is a fantastic manager. I actually think with the players he's got, and I think he's going to get the best out of Kai Havertz this year. I think he's going to get the best out of Timo Werner. I think that he's going to expect a lot more. And obviously, it's Thomas Tuchel's first season in charge of Chelsea. You know, he came in halfway through the season, and granted, he done a fantastic job. You know, he won the Champions League in half a season. You know, he took over a real mess from Frank Lampard, because let's be honest, when Frank Lampard was in charge of Chelsea, they were not getting the results. They were kind of similar to us, you know, with Arteta, but they obviously shown ambition, sacked Frank Lampard, even though he was a Chelsea legend, and they brought in Thomas Tuchel, and from then, like, the rest is history. So, yeah, I think Chelsea are going to finish second, if I'm being brutally honest. I think that they will have just a little bit more than Liverpool this season. But, yeah, let me know who you think for second place. Put it down there in the comments, and I'll read it. Grant says, am I the only one that thinks Grealish is overrated? You're actually not the only one that thinks Grealish is overrated. I used to think he was overrated, but you know what? I just see him now. I just think he's got better and better. And I can only see him improving. Evening to James. So he says City to win the league. Liverpool second. So you're going for Liverpool second. Yeah, we've not got on to third and fourth place yet, James. But yeah, you think Liverpool, and that's the thing. You know, this is good. I just think Chelsea will have too much for Liverpool this season. You know, Liverpool have got a few injuries right now, and yeah, I think Chelsea will have too much. But listen, it's all about opinions, isn't it? Everybody is entitled to their opinions. But yeah, I'll come on to. Let me come back to your comment, because I see you put your third and fourth pick in there as well, James. When I come on to the third and fourth pick, I will read those out. But I think you went for Chelsea and Man United. Chelsea third, Man United fourth. But that's cool. That's fine. Let's see what else we got here. Chelsea need better quality of players, particularly the centre forward area, says Aaron Jones. I never rated Lukaku in the Premier League. Werner's crap, and Abraham's overrated. Did you say? Yeah. Inconsistent, sorry, not overrated. Do you know the thing is with Tammy Abraham as well? I mean, I don't want him at Arsenal. I know he's been linked with Arsenal, but I don't know. He's not a first choice starter, but I think Lukaku done all right when he was at United. I think he'll do all right in the Premier League, to be honest. Lukaku, you think he's got better? He'll have better players around him in Kai Havertz. I think that he will. I think he'll do all right this time around. I take your point about Werner being overrated. Werner needs to step up, because actually, Timo Werner could be one of those players that you look at and go, great in the Bundesliga, shit in the Premier League. Because he was, let's be honest, he was fantastic for Leipzig, wasn't he, in the Bundesliga? But since he's come to the Premier League, let's be honest, he couldn't hit a fucking barn door with a fucking flagpole. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, if he's not careful, he could be in danger of being one of them overrated players that looks good in other leagues, but when you come to the Premier League, can't deal with the physicality. What makes it worse as well about Timo Werner is that he's getting the chances but missing them. Do you know what, right? Yeah, I would almost say that the situation with Timo Werner last season is a bit like the situation with Aubameyang. He's getting chances but missing them. Do you know what I mean? And it's strange. So I would probably compare the two players, Timo Werner and Aubameyang. They both get chances but miss them. Liverpool have not improved their team. They've just brought Canute. I think they'll get fourth. You think Man United will get third? You think United will get third with Varane and Sancho? That's interesting. I miss Lukaku, but good luck to him, says James. Grealish isn't overrated. He's awesome. He's way too good for Villa. Big up Russ as well. Big up Defan. Man City. Hang on. Wow. So you're going for Man City first, Chelsea to Man United 3. No, Chelsea. You're going for Chelsea. I'm a bit confused with your prediction. From what I can gather, you're going Man City first, Chelsea second, and you're going for Man City, Man United. So you're going for Liverpool. Oh, you're on about Arsenal. Yeah, I'm a little bit. Yeah. Anyway, let me come. Other clubs are way more ambitious than we are. Right, let's have a look. Right, so Chelsea is my second place. So I'm going to move on to third place now. And actually, it was a toss-up between Man United and Liverpool. And I'm actually going for Liverpool because I think they are the third best team in the league at the moment. Like Grant said in the comment section earlier, that they've not really improved. Other teams, and this is why I went for Man City and Chelsea to be ahead of Liverpool this season. It was because they have strengthened, whereas Liverpool have not really strengthened. Also, I think Van Dijk is injured, so I don't actually think that for the first couple of weeks they're going to be without him. I do actually think that when you look at Liverpool's fixtures, they've got a fairly decent fixture list. I think they've got a decent. Obviously, they've got a decent opener against Norwich. But yeah, my pick is Liverpool to finish third. Fourth, I'm actually going for Man United. I'm actually going for Man United. But let me know third and fourth. So I'm going for Liverpool third, Man United fourth. Oh, you meant Chelsea will be second, United third, Liverpool fourth, and I don't think we'll get into the top four. Don't think we'll get into the top five unless we sign 3 players in key positions. Yeah, I think Liverpool, that could happen. Liverpool finishing fourth, Man United finishing third. It's going to be pretty close between them, to be honest. The only thing that worries me with Man United, and this is why I'm kind of sort of leaving it a little bit open, is that Man United's consistency under Solskjaer, and that's really kind of dogged them for the last couple of seasons. Is Solskjaer consistent enough with this Man United team? Although he'd done well last season, is he consistent enough? And I just don't think the consistency that is there with Solskjaer. So that's why I'm a little bit maybe looking at this Man United third thing and going, looking at Man United third and going, yeah, they're more likely going to finish fourth. Because I think if you're looking at the two, Man United and Liverpool, and if you're weighing up third and fourth being between Man United and Liverpool, then on balance, you're going to say Liverpool is the more consistent. So that's why I've gone for Liverpool third, Man United fourth. But I completely get why some people would put it the other way around, Liverpool fourth and Man United third. Let's have a look here. Liverpool second, Chelsea third, Man United fourth. I actually think Man United, Chelsea will have too much for Man United and Liverpool. So yeah, I completely get that. If United get rid of Ole and get an elite manager, they'll be up there challenging. I agree. Big up King Tony, Steve. I hope you're well. Thanks for tuning in. Big up Arsenal Manic as well. Joined. Liverpool not made enough signings, but Chelsea and United have done better, says D-Fan. Yeah, I completely agree. Do hit the likes, guys, and subscribe if you're new. For the latecomers, let me just run through briefly what's the plan going forward for this weekend. So at 1 p.m., I'll be doing the Brentford versus Arsenal game. Preview. Jesus Christ. 1 p.m. Fucking hell. We'll have a long wait, won't we? Because the game's not till 8 p.m. Jesus Christ. Yeah, 1 p.m. I'll be doing the Brentford versus Arsenal preview. That'll be happening tomorrow. Like I said to the guys who were in the chat earlier, I had to move everything around because this show was going to be pre-recorded. And when I got down to my hotel where I was staying and I went to upload it, I realized I hadn't actually bloody made the video. So, yeah, I've had to juggle everything around. Normally, I might keep this spot 7 p.m. on Thursdays for the Premier League show. Normally, what I do with this show, and this is going to be going forward for the season, is I'll just be running through each fixture week and just giving my predictions. But because this is the first game of the season, I'm doing my season predictions alongside it as well. And then 8 p.m. tomorrow, I'm going to be doing the Brentford versus Arsenal watch along. That's going to be madness. So do come and join me for that one. Really looking forward to that. I'll be on air either at 7:30 or 7:45 because I am going out tomorrow evening, but hopefully I should be back in time, but I'm definitely doing it. So that's going to happen. Then on Saturday, I'm going to be doing Man United Leeds. Now, I know you guys voted in the poll that I put up a couple of days ago, and you all voted unanimously, really, for Man United, for Tottenham, Man City. That one I am doing. But what I'm doing is I'm doing where you guys pick a game and I pick a game, and we do both of the games. So I'll pick one game, you guys pick a game, and then that'll be alongside the Arsenal game. Because the reason why I'm doing it this way is because the Arsenal games, most of them I'm going to be at, so I'll be vlogging, but I still want to do other content throughout the weekend as well. So, and I wanted you guys to be involved in the selection. So you're going to pick a game and I'm going to pick a game. I'm going to keep putting a poll up every week, and you guys can vote. I'll pick a selection of games. Obviously, I'll filter out all the crap ones. You know, like this weekend, I think the crappiest game is probably like Brighton v Burnley or something rubbish like that. So I'll filter out the best games, and then I'll put them to a poll, and you guys, whichever one you pick, we do, and then I'll pick one, and that's how it's going to work. Then on Monday at 1 p.m., I'll be doing the Brentford v Arsenal review. So I'm decided to do that. Actually, that'll be probably that'll be Sunday. Actually, I might do that Sunday evening at 7 p.m. So I'll be scratch that. I'll probably do that Saturday as well. Actually, no, scratch it. I'll do it on Sunday because I just realized there's football on Saturday evening. So yeah, I'll do that Sunday night. Brentford v Arsenal review. And then on Monday, again, I'll hop on and I'll do a Premier League review of all the fixtures. So yeah, this Premier League shows are a new thing, like I said. So I'm going to kick things off and see how it goes. I will get guests on throughout the season to join me and give me their predictions. But for the time being, I'm just going to do it solo just to get the show off the ground. And yeah, that's pretty much what's coming up for this weekend, guys. So listen, I've done top 4. Let's do relegation. Let's do relegation. Now, relegation was pretty hard for me, actually, if I'm being honest. Yeah, the relegation is hard. Let me just grab this. And Aaron Jones says, "Aren't you supposed to be doing fan cams after this season as well? After the games as well?" So the thing about fan cams as well, and I was looking at doing a fan show, but the problem is every time I tried to get it off the ground, not many people were interested. So I'd do the show, and I would do the show, and I'd be like, yeah, if anyone wants to come on, and I'll drop the link in, and it'd be a complete flop, and nobody would come on. So it'd just be there, me trying to ad lib. It'd be trying to ad lib some stuff to kind of fill the time. So I'm looking at doing that. If enough people want it, then I will do it. But if I do it, then people have got to participate in it. You can't just say you want to do it, me to do it, and then nobody turn up, because it will just be a massive flop. Big up Arsenal manager. Who are you going to the games? A lot of the time I go with friends, and then sometimes I'll go by myself. It's sort of mixture, really. Let's have a look. So Norwich, Watford, and Newcastle, says King Tony, for the view to go down. That's interesting. So yeah, listen, let's get into mine. I'm going to get into mine. I'm going to get into my relegation. Now, I didn't go for Newcastle to go down, just simply because I think they've got enough to stay up. You know, I really do. I think they've got enough to stay up, and I can't see them. I can't see them going down. I think they've got enough to stay up. Ethan says, not very good with relegation, but I'd say Burnley 18th, Crystal Palace 19th, and Norwich 20th. So when I was picking this, I actually went for, with my relegation, I went for Norwich, Brighton, and Brentford. Sorry, King Steve. But yeah, I actually went for Norwich, Brighton, and Brentford to go down. And the reason why I did that is because I'm not entirely sure how well Brentford will do. I think Brentford will have a really good start to the Premier League. I think they'll be up for it, but I think they'll be one of those teams that just peter out. And I think they'll be too much. They'll be reliant on Ivan Toney, and I think if he gets injured, I don't know. I think they could go. I think they could be in real trouble. Brighton, I think, are going to be ones that will definitely, most certainly, going to be going down, simply because I just think that, you know, they're losing their quality players. They're not really replacing them. So yeah, Brighton for me is odds on. I think they're definitely down. Norwich is interesting because they obviously lost Buendia, which was probably their main source of creativity. And they could, well, by the end of this window, lose Aarons as well. So Norwich could be one of them. But do you know what? Like, there's a couple of outsiders for me. So along with those, you've got teams like Wolves. Wolves are going to really struggle this season. You know, they've lost Nuno Santo to Spurs. They've lost I think Jimenez is coming back. But yeah, they've obviously lost Shota as well to Liverpool. But yeah, like honestly, I think Wolves could be a dark horse to go down. I honestly don't think 19th Watford. They'll go through 100 managers again, says James. I'm sure there'll be people who's in about the fan camp. Yeah, I'm not so sure. 18th Southampton, they concede far too many goals, and their manager will be the first manager to go, says James. I used to like you. Yeah, I said Brentford. They might do well. Who knows? Premier League's weird, but some teams do well. Big up Mr. Bungle in the chat. Jesus Christ. Hope you're well. The bottom half of the league will be tight, I reckon. I just hope Everton won't be there again. I don't think Everton will be. I think Everton will be pretty decent. I think they'll be safe. I think you guys will be safe, if I'm being brutally honest. I can't see you guys going down. I honestly can't see you guys going down. I think you guys will be all right, James. So yeah, that's my relegation. So that is the end of part 1 of this show. So I've given my season predictions. Obviously, top 4. I went for Man City. I went for Chelsea second, Liverpool third, and then Man United 4th. I went for Norwich. What did I say? Jesus Christ, I've forgotten what I said. Norwich, Brighton, and Brentford. That's what I said. Norwich, Brighton, and Brentford. Possibly Wolves, but I'm going for Norwich, Brighton, and Brentford. Now, guys, whenever I do predictions, I'm usually wrong. So don't take this as gospel. I'm usually shit at predictions and stuff. So anything I say, it's going to be the complete opposite. So, but yeah, that's pretty much what I went for. I reckon 10th for Everton, says James. You guys could be 10th. You could be higher, to be fair. It could be mad. You guys could be you guys could be it just could be mad. Right, let's go on to part 2. And part 2 basically is game week 1 predictions. So obviously, like I said, Brentford v Arsenal is not going to be in this because I'm going to be doing this in the preview tomorrow at 1 p.m. So what I'm going to do, so bear with me. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just get my predictions up on the screen so you guys can see them. And then I'm going to talk about it. So yeah, let's get my predictions up. You guys can see my predictions. You have to bear with me. If I get any predictions wrong, I'm going to have to scroll through this list. So Man United Leeds. I went for 2-2. I'm going to read your predictions out once I get to the end of this. So I'm going to read your predictions out. I'm just going to rattle through mine, talk through why I went for the scores, and then I'm going to delve into the comments and read your predictions out. So bear with me, guys. If you are putting them in, I will get to them. Obviously, Man City and Tottenham and Newcastle and West Ham is not on this list because they wouldn't all fit into one banner. I had to put them into 2 banners, but I will come to those. And when I get to those, I will put those up. So I went for Man United Leeds 2-2. And the reason why I went for 2-2 is I think this will be a fairly open game. This is why this was my pick for the watch-alongs. was Man United Leeds, because I think it'll be one of them open games. I think obviously Man United being at home, I actually think that they will. Yeah, I don't think they'll have enough to win it, but I think Leeds as well are a decent team, and I think they'll just cancel each other out. If I'm being honest, I honestly can't see it. I can't see Man United winning, but I think 2-2 would be a fair draw. 2-2 would be a fair score. Let's move on to the second one, Burnley Brighton. This is my boring pick of this weekend. So I went for 0-0, and I can't see this being a high scoring game. I think this is just going to be one of those shit games where it's crap to watch. It's going to be one of them that you just put the kettle on and fucking read a book while this is going on, because I can't see Burnley Brighton scoring a lot of goals, and it's just going to be one of them scrappy games. So I'm going for 0-0 with that, and that's what I went for. Obviously, you guys can see these. So let's go on to the 3 o'clock, the second 3 o'clock kickoff, which is Chelsea Crystal Palace. Now, actually, I went for 3-1 to Chelsea. I think Chelsea will have far too much for Crystal Palace with, the likes of Havertz, Werner. They've just got a decent squad. Ziyech, and then obviously they've just got players to come off the bench as well. And Crystal Palace, obviously they lost Roy Hodgson, and Patrick Vieira obviously is taken over at Crystal Palace. He's a bit of an unknown thing at the moment, isn't he? Nobody really knows what he can do, him being in the Premier League and as a manager. So I just went for a comfortable Chelsea win, for the simple fact being that I think Chelsea will have too much. Will we see Lukaku? I'm not so sure. I'm not so sure that we will. I think it will be too early before we see Lukaku. I think we're not going to see Lukaku until game week 2, I don't reckon. But I might be wrong. Might come on as a sub. Who knows? Let's go on to Everton 1-1. Southampton, which is what I went for, a 1-1 draw. So I went for a 1-1 draw in this. Obviously, Everton lost Carlo Ancelotti. They've not really done much in the way of signings, have they? Southampton, again, as well, are pretty poor. Like somebody said in the comment section earlier, it could be they could, the manager could be the first to go. So yeah, I went for a 1-1 draw with Everton Southampton. I think that's probably a fair scoreline, if I'm being brutally honest. I can't see this being a high scoring game. Let's go on to Leicester Wolves. I will delve into some of your comments before I come on to the Sunday's game. I'll come out and I'll read the comments, and then I will I'll do Sunday's games. So let's go on to Leicester Wolves. Now I went for 2-1 to Leicester. I think Leicester will just have too much for Wolves. Like I said there in my Premier League season predictions for relegation, I think Wolves could be one that goes down and could be an outsider for the relegation zone. And I think Leicester are just flying high at the moment, aren't they? They've just got a fantastic team, fantastic manager, a really well-run club. If you want to look at how a club should be run, look at Leicester, because they fucking do it properly, don't they? Let's be honest. Will they keep hold of Maddison, or will he come to Arsenal? Listen, that remains to be seen. At the moment, he's a Leicester player, and I'm assuming that that's not going to change. Me personally, I'd love it to, but I'm assuming that that's not going to change. So, and obviously Maddison, for this game is still going to be very much still going to be a Leicester City player, and I'd imagine that he is going to play. And then obviously you got Vardy as well. So yeah, I'm going for 2-1 to Leicester. I think they'll have too much for Wolves, and obviously Leicester are at home as well, so they've got home advantage. Home crowds are back, and that all crowds are back. But yeah, I think Leicester will have too much for Wolves. The next one is Watford Aston Villa. Now, I actually went for 3-1 to Aston Villa. And the reason why I did is because I think Aston Villa are another well-run club. Yes, they lost Grealish for 100 million, but look at the signings that they've made. Buendia, Leon Bailey. They signed Danny Ings as well. So, look at they're going to be a surprise team, Aston Villa. They're going to be a surprise team. But I actually think, even though that Watford are the home team, they're going to have too much. They're going to have too much for Watford, in my opinion, Aston Villa. And I think Aston Villa will win this comfortably, 3-1. And obviously, Danny Ings, prolific striker. Will he start? It'd be interesting to see whether he does. I know that Ollie Watkins is out with like a little knock, so he could be in doubt. But yeah, Aston Villa are another well-run club, and I only see this going one way, and that's 3-1 to Aston Villa. The final game on Saturday, which is the 5:30 kickoff, which is Norwich versus Liverpool. I went for a Liverpool 4-0 win because yes, Liverpool have some struggles right now, but do you know what? Salah always turns up on game week 1, doesn't he? Like, for those who are FPL players, always have Salah in your team on game week 1 because he turns up. And for those of you, I'm talking about FPL as well, join my fantasy league. The link is in the description. But yeah, Salah always turns up, doesn't he, on game week 1, which is kind of why I've gone for a 4-0 Liverpool win. I think they'll have too much for Norwich. Norwich, I don't think, will be one of them teams that come up and take the Premier League by storm. And listen, Liverpool always start strongly. So yeah, I'm going for a 4-0 Liverpool win. All right, let's go through your comments now, and then I'll go on to Sunday's fixtures. So bear with me while I find these comments, because I've got to rattle through all the bloody comments that I've read. So let me try and find my place. Right. Let's start. Right, I'll start from here. So James, let's start with you. The beginning one was Man United Leeds. James went for a 2-1 Man United win. That's interesting. And I can see why you went for 2-1 Man United, because they're the home team. But I just think Leeds. I just think 2-2. This has got 2-2 written all over it. But like I said with my predictions, guys, usually when I predict something, it don't fucking happen. So don't take my predictions as gospel. 3-1 Man United, Grant's gone for, which is absolutely insane, because it could happen, but I can't see Leeds not scoring. And I know you've put 3-1 there, but I think they can get more than one. And I don't know. I'm just not fully convinced about Man United. And yeah, it's a tricky one, but I can see why you've gone for 3-1. 3-1, D-Fan's gone for a 3-1 as well. And Aaron Jones has gone for a 2-2 as well. Same score as me. Big up to you guys who went for the same score as me. 1-1 Brighton. Burnley 1-1 Brighton. You're gone for a 1-1. Do you really think both teams will score? I think it'll just be a dead 0-0. I honestly think it'll be a dead 0-0, that one. 0-0. Grant's gone for the same score as me. 0-0 for Burnley and Brighton. Let's have a look. And Aaron Jones went for a 3-1 3-1 Chelsea. Same score as me. Mate, you seem to be in line with a lot of my predictions. James went for 0-0 for Burnley and Brighton. Ooh. And Aaron Jones went for 2-1 Southampton. That's a big call, you know, because Southampton are not the greatest team. Now, obviously, they've lost Danny Ings. They've lost a big goal threat. That's a big call, you know. That's a massive call. 3-2 United, says Steve. So Leeds are an underrated team. 5-0 Crystal Palace. D-Fan's going for a Chelsea 5, Crystal Palace. 2-0. James is going for 2-0 Chelsea. 3-1 Leicester. 3-1 winners against Wolves. Yeah, what did I go for? I went for 2-1. 3-0 Chelsea, says Grant. Watford 1-3. 3-1. Yeah, you went for the same score as me. Mate, you went for the same score as me. Let's see what else you guys. Oh, 2-0 Liverpool. I think Liverpool will score more than 2. Let's be honest. James is going for a 1-0 Everton. We got Mike England. Everton 3-1 Southampton. Rafa will scrap the win. Everton 2-0. King Tony's going for 4-0 Norwich Liverpool. Gone for a 4-0 Liverpool win. Steve's gone for 2-0 to Leicester. 2-1. James has gone for the same score as me. 2-1 Leicester. Maddis says this window's Aora, Dan. It won't happen. Oh, wow. I agree. 2-1 Aston Villa, says. Right, let's have a look down here. Big up Chadwick. Jesus Christ. Chadwick, where have you been, mate? I've not seen you in my chat for an awful long time. Right. Let me have a look here because I'm. Big up Bertrand. Big up Omar. God, you're all joining tonight. Right. Let's have a look. Big up Footy Chats. Arsenal Manic says, do you think Arteta will get past Christmas? I don't know. Probably not. Do you ever bet on these things, Daniel, says an Aaron Jones? Do you know what? When I put a bet on, I usually get it wrong. So not really. Yeah, not really, mate. When I bet on stuff, it usually goes down the toilet. When I don't bet on stuff, I usually do pretty well. But yeah, when I bet on stuff, it usually goes a bit pear-shaped. But yeah, let's go into the Sunday's games, and bear with me. Let me switch the banner around. Let's get rid of Saturday's games. And let's show Sundays. And Sundays games is Newcastle, West Ham, and Tottenham, Man City. So I went for. Let's talk about Newcastle, West Ham, and I went for a 2-2. I ain't gonna lie. I went for a 2-2 draw because I think Newcastle are obviously on the verge of signing Joe Willock. I think Joe Willock gives them a lot more options going forward, and I think West Ham obviously have got a decent team. The only thing that concerns me with West Ham is whether they can pick up the kind of form that they had last season, because they're obviously not going to have. They're not going to have Lingard, are they? So they're not going to have Lingard to fall back on. So that's the only thing that worries me about West Ham. Let's have a look. Newcastle 2-1 West Ham. D-fans going for. Newcastle 1-1 West Ham. Hammers to win 2-0. Says Mike. Big up Stephen Featley. Big ups Newcastle 1-1. Jesus Christ. Yeah, that could happen. Big up Karen Louis. Yeah, so yeah, a lot of you are mixed on Newcastle West Ham. Let's go on to Tottenham Man City, because I can see you guys are dropping in your scores there. I went for 4-1 because I think Tottenham will score, but I think Man City are just going to be class, and I think they're going to have too much for Tottenham. I think they're going to have far too much for Tottenham. And it depends as well, you know, is Harry Kane going to play for Tottenham? Because obviously he could be going to Man City. So are they going to risk it? Because there'll be a conflict of interest. And it's obviously clear that he wants to go. But who knows? It's going to be interesting. King Coney's going for Steve's going for a 3-1 Man City win. Sarah Louise going for 2-2. 1-0 to Man City. James is going for big up Russ. 1-3, 3-1 to Man City, says Mike. Big up Static. 2-1 West Ham and 3-1 City. Tottenham going to surprise a lot of pundits. This coach Nuno is going to change Tottenham. Wow, you must. It's going to be mad. So yeah, those are my predictions, guys. Honestly, that's my predictions for game week 1. But everybody hit the like button. Honestly, seriously, I would really appreciate that if you could all hit the like button. And yeah, it's been a steady show. There's been quite a few of you in tonight, which I really appreciate. That what I'll do is let me know put some comments in, and we'll do a few comments. Apologies there. Yeah, put your comments in. We'll do a few comments. Don't forget, guys, if you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button. And don't forget to join my fantasy league. My fantasy league link is in the description. So please join my fantasy league. Don't forget, tomorrow I will be doing the Brentford Arsenal preview at 1 p.m. And then I'll be doing the watch along later at 8 p.m. I'll be on air at either 7:30 or 7:45. Because I am going out, but it just depends on how quickly I get home. But yeah, I will be doing that. Then Saturday, Man United Leeds is my pick, so I'll be doing that as a watch along. And then obviously your guys' pick was Tottenham versus Man City, so I will be doing that game as well. So those will be the two other watch alongs. Then on Sunday night, after the Man City Tottenham. The Tottenham Man City watch along, I will be doing. I've got to think, because I think that game's a 4:30 kickoff, so it might be that the evening show, the review, the Brentford Arsenal review, will be at 9 p.m. So yeah, Sunday, that's what's happening. Sunday will be the two shows. Then on Monday, I'll be on. And we're going to talk about these Premier League. We're going to be talking about the Premier League and the fixtures, and we'll be running through the talking points. And see if I got any of these predictions right. I don't think so. I think I always get these fucking predictions wrong. So that's what's coming up Monday, and then obviously Tuesday, I'll be back again with the 7:00 stream. We'll go along with this new content, guys. It's going to be mad. D-Fan says, do you reckon we'll get Maddison? I think Maddison will be touch and go, to be honest. If we get Maddison, it's going to be because we've not bought anybody, and then last minute, maybe on deadline day, we're going to bid like 70 odd million just to try and panic buy him. But it just depends. I don't know if Arsenal want him. I'm seeing more reports now that they're trying to chase Odegaard to get Odegaard back more than Maddison. But yeah, it's going to be interesting to see what happens. Omar says it's my brother's birthday tomorrow. Looking forward to a day out and hopefully so much an Arsenal win. Wow. You don't ask for much, do you, Omar? But yeah, hopefully Arsenal do the business. Cara Louise says, how much do you rate Arteta? I don't rate Arteta one single bit. I don't think he's good enough for this job. I don't think he's anywhere near the level of manager that we need. I don't rate him at all, to be honest. I think he's absolutely crap. I think we should get rid. Which team? I didn't understand that, mate. James says I normally get my predictions wrong. Yeah, Steve, I'll send you a message, mate. Because I might do this one solo. Just simply because it's the first game of the season, and I want to kind of. So the last one went a bit tits up with the preseason game because I've got. I obviously got it a little bit wrong, didn't I? With the stream and that. So I might do this one solo. But by all means, mate, you can jump on for the review. It'd be good to get you on for the Brentford versus Arsenal review. It'd be good to get you on, have a bit of banter. But yeah, I might do this one solo, mate. Be up, Joanne. Late. Brentford score. Sorry if I missed the chat earlier. So, Mike, I'm not doing Brentford score. I'm not doing the Brentford Arsenal score because I'm going to save that for the preview. So that's going to be the preview tomorrow. So that's why I've left it off the predictions list. Arsenal linked with everybody in the world, even non-league player. Says in it. So how he got my club? You can do the preview. Okay, yeah. Steve, I might get you on for the preview. Yeah, I might get you on for the preview. Yeah, it'll be pretty decent. I'll be in touch, mate.
Dan, I'll shut this door so don't walk into it.
I carry Arsenal. I don't know what to expect tomorrow. Yeah, mate, Arsenal, obviously Arsenal fan, but yeah, I don't know what to expect, mate. Joanne says, are you glad the Ramsdale deal collapsed last night? Yeah, I couldn't be more happier, to be honest. I don't want fucking Aaron Ramsdale at this club. He's not good enough, nowhere near good enough. No, thank you, not for me. But yeah, I'm glad. I'm glad that it's just it's collapsed. I don't want Ramsdale anywhere near this club. He's not good enough. You know what I mean? Not good enough near this. Not good enough to be anywhere near this club. But apparently Arteta rates him, doesn't he? But hopefully we could look elsewhere now. Hopefully we look elsewhere. Hopefully we just don't focus too much. I'm hoping we look out elsewhere instead of Odegaard as well, because I don't really rate Odegaard, but apparently a lot of people do. But yeah, I don't think Odegaard's that good. I've not seen enough from him to warrant taking a punt on him on a permanent deal. So yeah, that's just where I stand on it. Listen, guys, we've reached the end of the show. Do remember to hit the like button and subscribe. Keep driving them likes up. Come on, man. I'm at 2,066 subscribers. So, yeah, I'm going to do lots of content this time. I'm really going to get you guys involved. Like I said, now the rebrand's done, I'm going to be doing a lot more content, a lot more watch-alongs, and I'm going to be doing a lot more Premier League stuff and different kind of stuff. Obviously, the Arsenal content I'm still doing, but I'm going to really kind of step it up. The road to 3K, we're almost at my first 100 subscribers since I passed 2,000. So we're almost on the verge to being at 2,100 subs. So yeah, let's try and smash that over this weekend if we possibly can. And don't forget, tomorrow, Brentford v Arsenal will be back with the preview and the watch along, 1 p.m. and 7:30 or 7:45 p.m. Then Saturday, Man United Leeds. And then Sunday, it'll be Tottenham Man City watch along. And then it'll be the Brentford v Arsenal review. And then on Monday, I'll be doing the Premier League review and going for all the games. And then on Tuesday, I'll be back with the 7 o'clock stream. Obviously, the transfer window is still open, so the 7 o'clock stream will be happening. I might even be back with the 7 o'clock stream on Monday as well as the Premier League review. So I might do the two. I might do the two shows. Haven't decided yet, but I'll let you guys know over the weekend. Listen, do hit that like button. Do hit the subscribe button. Enjoy the rest of your night, and I will catch you all tomorrow on the eve of the Premier League season that starts tomorrow. It all kicks off. Don't forget to join my fantasy league. The link is in the description. And I'll catch you tomorrow.